Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. So this is Tamika's Den. I am Tamika, and this is what you should be watching, okay? And of course, I got my Kayla here. This is my guest star. Every time I'm doing a video, she always wants to bother me. This who y'all always be hearing crying in the background. But anyway, if you are new to the channel, welcome, 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 okay? I hope that if you like it, you subscribe. Everybody else that has already been here before, and all my other subscribers, welcome back, okay? Today I'm going to be telling you guys some things that you should be watching, all right? Have you seen this? Have you seen that? No? Well, then go check it out, okay? And come back and tell me whether you liked it or not, and thank me later, all right? Because I'm going to give you guys some goodies. This is what you should be watching, number 11. And today's list is short and sweet and to the point, guys, okay? I got 5 I'm going to mention to y'all. That's just different shows from different, networks or streaming services. And I got 5 that's for Black History Month. This is the last week of the month. And, of course, just because it is the last week of the month don't mean I'm never going to mention anything again. But I have been trying to give 5 every week for this month. Of course, as time goes on, I will continue to give you guys my classics, old schools, and favorites, okay? That's one of the categories that I break things down into, just in case it's your first time and you don't know. Sometimes I do break it into categories. The categories are, what I'm watching that I thought was good, or what I already watched that I thought was good and I think you should be watching. We also have Coming Soon, Soon Come, and honorable mentions if you were under a rock and you missed it, and like I said, old school classics, favorites. And so having said that, let's go ahead and get into this list, guys. So number 1 on the list is Law and Order, y'all. Okay, if you was into Law and Order is back, okay, with your boy Jack McCoy. All right, and we have Anthony Anderson, and there's actually a couple of other actors that come from different shows, but you guys, I don't know the names. All right, I can't remember them right now, but they are back. They had like a 3-hour event last night where it was the original Law and Order SVU, Law and Order Organized Crime, and of course we know with Law and Order the detectives and prosecutors work to convict the criminals, and they have that up on Hulu. I did not get to watch the new episode myself, but I did used to always sit there and watch marathons of Law and Order. That was something that I was into back in the days. I was also into Criminal Intent. That used to be my joint. So if you are into Law and Order, you may want to go check that out. Okay, No Exit is the next one, all right? This is 2022, new release on Hulu. And this is about, stranded by a blizzard, a young woman is forced to find shelter at a highway rest area with a group of strangers, discovering an abducted girl in the van, okay, in a parking lot. She embarks on a journey, y'all, okay, on a terrifying mission to discover who among them is the kidnapper, all right, and that is No Exit, and that is also on Hulu. Then we have, just in case you were under a rock and you missed it, y'all, Vacation Friends, also on Hulu, came out in 2021. And you guys, this is one of those movies that when I watched it, it was pleasantly surprising because I wasn't expecting anything from it. I was bored out of my mind, and I just was like, let me check this out and watch this. Wasn't expecting anything from it. Laughed so freaking hard. This movie was hilarious. So if you've never seen it before, I think you better check it out. And it's about a couple that meets up with another couple while on vacation in Mexico. But their friendship takes a awkward turn, okay, when they get back home. So go ahead and check that out, guys. And the next one on the list is Proud Family, all right? They done brought back Proud Family, y'all, and it's out on Disney now as we speak, okay? And it's Proud Family, Louder and Prouder. If you was ever into it back in the days, you might like, the fact that they bringing it back out. Maybe your kids like it if you got kids. And of course, it's the Proud Family follows newly 14-year-old Pretty Proud and her wacky family, right? And the next one I have on the list is House of Bayou. And I actually heard about House of Bayou from Miss K. She has a YouTube channel, and it is Miss K, Moochie, Nita the Diva. Shout out to them. They all have YouTube channels. They do something called hidden gems, and they each tell a movie or show that is a hidden gem to them that they think, you should be watching, kind of something similar to what I do, but they each pick one. And just so happened that one of the hidden gems I watched, she mentioned this movie, and I was like, that sounds interesting, and I went and watched it, y'all. So now I'm telling y'all about it, alright? And this is a horror thriller, so if that's not your cup of tea, then you may not like it, alright? But if you like those kind of things, you may like this. This is one of those movies where it starts out one way, but the next thing you know, you be like, well, what the heck is going on here? What happened? How did we get here? I wasn't expecting this, alright? A lot of twists and turns. And it's a troubled couple and their teenage daughter who go on vacation in an isolated house in Louisiana Bayou to reconnect as a family, okay? But when they get there, there's some unexpected visitors, okay, that arrive. And they are faced with different obstacles, right? And their unity starts to unravel, y'all, okay? As terrifying secrets come to light, alright? And that is The House on the Bayou, okay? And that is also on Hulu. So you guys can find all of those that I just named on Hulu. And now we are going to go ahead and get into my Black History picks, which are also classics, oldies, and favorites of mine. First one being Lady Sings the Blues, okay? Now, I know I talked about them doing the United States versus Billie Holiday, where that more so really was direct about how the freaking government was trying to go after Billie Holiday and put her through all different kind of mess, right? But this is the original Don Dada, okay? Lady Sings the Blues with your girl Diana Ross, alright? And Diana Ross, of course, portrays the legendary jazz singer Billie Holiday. It shows the beginning of her traumatic youth, and the film also depicts her early attempts at a singer career and, her eventual rise to stardom, as well as her difficult relationship with her boyfriend Louis McCoy, who of course was played by Billy D. Williams. And we have Piano Man in here, okay, Richard Pryor himself, one of my favorites, alright? And this is going to be a 2-for-1 because I'm going to go ahead and add Mahogany up in here, alright? Which is also with Diana Ross and Billy D. Williams, alright? And she is a struggling Chicago fashion design student in here. Her name is Tracy. She goes from rags to riches when she has a chance meeting with a fashion photographer, Sean, who is Anthony Perkins, okay? Mr. Psycho himself. And I love Psycho, the movies too. My mother always loved them as well. And so she meets him in a department store where she was working at. And this leads to a runway model life for her, right, in Rome. And of course, she's just up there doing good, right? And then of course, with stardom, gotta come some chaos and gotta come some traumatic experiences and gotta come some choices to be made. And that is Mahogany, okay? That is my number 2 for Black History. Number 3, I'm going to just keep on going with it since I'm on this road, right? Ease on down the road, okay? The Wiz. Don't nobody bring me no bad news. Ow, let me stop. Alright, so I'm putting The Wiz up here too, you guys. I love The Wiz. I can remember going to see it as a child with my mom. I was always scared of that damn train station part. But this is one of my favorites. Of course, this was supposed to be the black version of The Wizard of Oz. But I loved it, right? So that is my number 3 for Black History. Just thought I would throw that up in there. And now we are going to go over to What's Love Got to Do with It? What's Love? Let me stop singing. Y'all don't want to hear me sing. But anyway, of course, this is what Angela Bassett, she's playing Tina Turner, okay, who was born Anna Mae Bullock, and she started out singing in the Tennessee Church, of course, in a choir, and then she moved to St. Louis to pursue a career where she met, of course, Ike Turner, and became a part of his group, also became his wife, of course, making her Tina Turner. And we, know that story. But I loved this movie so much as well. And I love Angela Bassett and everything that she do. And there's no doubt that she killed this role as Tina Turner. So that is my number 4. And number 5, last but not least, I am going to say Malcolm X, okay? Malcolm X, of course, the biography was written by Alex Haley. You had Spike Lee direct the movie. You had our man Denzel Washington play in the movie as Malcolm X and kill it, alright? This basically showed his whole journey, before he became a Muslim, when he was into the streets, when he went to prison, when he came out of prison, when he became a Muslim, when he changed his name, everything that he went through all the way up into his death. And that is my number 5 for Black History Month. And honorable mention, they do have a documentary on Netflix that's called Who Killed Malcolm X, supposedly with the information that came from that documentary and things that they found out, that the FBI had did, which we all know, when it came to him, Martin, and a whole bunch of others, some of the stuff they was doing. But with this new evidence that they had, they released 2 guys that were supposed to have, something to do with his murder. They released him because of the evidence and the things that came up in this. So, just in case you haven't seen that and you are interested in it as well, I just thought that I would mention that too. But that's all I got for you guys today, okay? I hope you guys have a great weekend and you watch a show or a movie, okay? And enjoy the rest of it. If you watch something that I set up here and you liked it, or even if you didn't like it, come back and tell me. I want to hear from you, okay? If you know something I should be watching, tell me about that too, alright? I'm always looking for stuff to watch. And, let me know what's good. And that's all I got, you guys. Till next time. Toodaloo.